Hey folks, Ray at Rainmaker.com here, and to give your first look at TrainerRoad's new group workout functionality. Now I think this is actually a pretty big deal in the indoor trainer space because we don't really see a lot of big jumps in innovation from year to year within trainer apps. It kind of tends to be just very gradual new adding of stuff. And that's probably especially true of TrainerRoad more than maybe some of the others. But what this allows you to do is to go ahead and do a group workout with your friends while seeing them, video and audio, all built into the TrainerRoad app. So you don't have to use Zoom or Skype or something else as a third-party service. You can do it totally within TrainerRoad itself. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of this as well. If you're watching this video right now, like a couple seconds after this video went live, then check out my live stream, which is somewhere on the screen right here, or back to my channel, you gotta find it, where I'm demonstrating this entire functionality live from start to finish with a group of people that we're gonna suffer through. So that'll be kind of fun. Anyways, on to group workouts in TrainerRoad. You gotta go and crack open your TrainerRoad app on some sort of desktop computer, whether it be a Mac or a PC. One of those two, a laptop is obviously just fine, but it can't be a tablet or a phone. That's something that TrainerRoad says they're working on. They're in the middle of re-architecting their apps on mobile devices, and that's almost done, and they didn't wanna basically stop that to try to add this to the existing version, and it would have been kind of a mess. So for right now, it's on desktop only, but again, they hear you on that. So once you tap the group workouts tab, once you tap the group workouts button in the upper left-hand corner, you have two options. You can join a group workout, or you can create a group workout. And the join one is simple. You're gonna put a 6-digit alphanumeric code in there that I'll show you in just a second if your friend sent it to you. Otherwise, we'll click on create a group workout, and it'll basically show you the exact same thing there. I'm going ahead and hosting that workout. Now, right now, you're limited to 5 people in total, yourself plus 4 other people. TrainerRoad says they definitely understand that's a small number of people compared to where they probably want to be. They have tested into the teens, I think like 12 or 16 people so far they've tested. But for launch day, they wanted to start small, so they didn't like blow up their servers and melt down in a catastrophic failure. So that's where they're starting now. They have aspirations to go very quickly beyond that. But you'll see, anyways, browse workouts here. At this point, you can type any workout name you want or browse just like you normally would through workouts. If you have custom workouts, you can do those as well. I'll go and just type something in right there. We'll use isolation. It seems appropriate. We use isolation -1 because nobody got time for an hour and 45-minute workout. And then I'll click create group workouts. A group workout, and now you'll see the code. This is the code I mentioned earlier where if you were joining somebody else's session, you would put that code in there. Otherwise, you can just copy this code, you can take a photo of it, send it to your friends. Whatever you want to do, just get them a 6-digit alphanumeric code, and then click continue to workout. And now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and configure your mic and video. So you'll see in the bottom left-hand corner, it shows host with a little black square. That means that that's what you're broadcasting out. So right now you see that's turned off. So what I'm gonna do is go up in the top left-hand corner and click the settings icon right there. And this is where I can configure my audio and video settings. This is identical on Mac and PC. In fact, all of this stuff is. And on both of those, you're probably gonna find there's a lot of items in this list to sort through. That's just unfortunately the reality of desktop computers today. And so I think this is the one part of this entire process that you're gonna stumble with a little bit, and most people will, until they get it right the first time, and then they're more or less good forever. So in this case, I'm gonna leave it on the microphone here. If you've got headphones on, one thing to keep in mind is for the microphone on the headphones and your fan is blowing at that microphone, then they might pick up some of that wind noise. TrainerRoad says they're doing some stuff around kind of that wind noise reduction, but it's not quite finished yet. So just play around with this a little bit and see which one sounds best to your friends. And then go ahead and click on output. Again, choose which speakers you want. That could be headphones, that could be the computer speakers, it could be some crazy surround sound system, whatever it is, sort that out. And then down at the bottom there, choose your camera. If you've got an integrated camera like I do on my laptop, do that. Or if you have a dedicated camera, a webcam, maybe higher quality, you can go ahead and use that as well. Once you've got all that done, click on close settings, and then you'll see those top 2 buttons there. Those turn on your video outbound and your audio outbound, your microphone. So I turn on the video first, and then you'll see me right there. And then I go ahead and turn on the audio after that. And now people would be able to hear me live. And this is where you want to budget a couple minutes into your warm-up or workout, whatever the case may be, to go ahead and sort this out with your friends. Again, the first time, I expect this will be a dumpster fire of people like saying all the usual web conferencing stuff that you've known for the last, well, like 20 years people have been trying to do this. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you see me? I can't see you. No, I can hear you, but I can't hear you. All that stuff. It all still applies here as well. Welcome to 2020. So once all that's done, the workout's not yet started, which is kind of cool. So you can sort that whole fiasco out, and then you go ahead and click on Start Workout at the bottom there, and that'll simply start the workout. and you're off and running. So at this point, everyone is doing the exact same workout synchronized at the same time. You can see them, you can see their wattages, both the current wattage as well as their target wattage, and you can see their heart rate. Now, I kind of agree with probably some of you that maybe it's not super ideal to see the exact wattages. Maybe like watts a kilogram be better, especially for comparing smaller riders to heavier riders. So that's something that TrainerRoad's kind of thinking about how different ways they could display that. But for now, you got just straight HTFU wattages, target wattages, and you also see your name there and your heart rate. As you hit intervals, you were all synchronized together. That allows you to do like a coach or something like that wants to shout out instructions to you or targets, whatever the case may be. They can do that in real time.
This is genuinely going to be the hardest interval yet. Just the warm up. First one's hardest. Go.
Now, the one downside in conjunction with that is you won't see any of the instructional text. So that's something that they've taken off for now. They may add that down the road or sort that out. I'd like to see that because while I think there are many scenarios where you may have a coach leading a group of people, in a lot of cases, you just have a bunch of friends that are following a workout, and to be able to have that instructional text back would be kind of handy. So hopefully they'll sort that out down the road. But otherwise, you're going to see your stats, all the kind of usual stuff you'd expect from TrainerRoad. None of that changes, except that you're now doing it with friends. Also, if someone joins late, no big deal. They just join in the workout, whatever that may be. So they don't start at the beginning. They just start at that point in the middle of a live workout. Just like if you joined a movie late, you don't start at the beginning of the movie. You start wherever you are in the cinema, whenever we can go back to cinemas and movie theaters and stuff like that. Once you're done, it uploads just like normal up to TrainerRoad. It's as simple as that. From a technical standpoint, behind the scenes, the way this works is that each computer will actually send that signal directly peer-to-peer to other people. However, if there's some sort of network path blockage in between those two, then it'll route through TrainerRoad server and then down to you. In my case, testing this over the last week or something like that, I've had no problems. It's worked really, really well. So I did a live stream, I think last week it was, where I'm here in Europe, the TrainerRoad guys were in Western US, and then GP Llama was in Australia. So we're talking 3 separate continents as far away as you could possibly get from the 3 of each other. And it was perfectly fine, smooth, clean, no complaints whatsoever. So I think this is cool stuff. I think they pretty much nailed it. Now, I'd like to see a couple things. One, I'd like to see more people. I think getting into the dozens range where I could see other people's faces and stuff would be awesome for smaller team group meetup type stuff. And then 2, I'd like to see a one-to-many sort of thing. So if I want to have a coach for a triathlon team or a cycling team, whatever kind of team you want, or even myself, if I want to do a group workout where I want to be the leader, but then have maybe 500 people join or 1,000 people join, whether it be a pro cyclist doing that, where they have a whole group of people join, something like that, you can't quite do yet. TrainerRoad says they hear you on that, and they hear me at least on that, so I'm hoping that'll be the case. I think it'd be awesome for them to be able to do a group workout where you had a coach chat or something like that that is effectively leading that group workout across 1,000 people at once. That would be super, super cool to have a schedule of calendar events just like you do in Zwift. That would be super, super cool. Now, again, as I said at the beginning, this concept isn't new in the grand scheme of sports tech. Like other companies have been doing things like this or adjacent to this. So obviously you have Peloton in that range, other Peloton competitors in that range. Zwift has group workouts where you can't see everyone else visually, like their video or audio, hear them, but they're all things that companies have this piecemeal together in different ways. This is kind of pulling it together. And again, it's different than anything else out there today, but also sort of similar in the same. You get the whole point. They've taken little bits of it, plugged it together, and they've created a new beast that I think is super cool, and I'm pretty excited to start trying it out with other people out there. Anyways, if you found this video interesting or useful, go ahead and rock that like button down the bottom there. It really helps out this video and the channel quite a bit. Or if you want more sports technology goodness, hit the subscribe button. There will actually be more sports technology goodness. I got like newish trainers here, or new to me anyways, that I want to test, and other goodness that's coming down the line. With that, thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Are we done? Yep, you can cut. All right. That was good.
I need a blood bag.